Hey, what is up guys? Phoenix here, and today we're working on part 4, I believe, of our Ballora from FNAF sister location pixel art tutorial. I said that a little too loud. I think it's a pixel art. It sounds kind of weird. But where we left off, we got up to the nose and we decided to go from the bottom and work our way all the way up to the top with our build. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go up above the nose now and start the eyes. So if you look at the left side of the face and the right side, we have those flats marked with dirt. That's where we're going to be starting for today. So let's go to the left side since I'm already heading over there. And make sure you're at the right spot. It should be 5 in length before you start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And what we're going to do is take this 5 flat and start bridging out the eyes. So let's go up and to the right, 4 flat, and work on the oval shape. And that's not coal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the 4th block in that 4 flat, let's add another 4 to the top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should have this backwards L shape. We're then going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 3 flat. Up and to the right, 11 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it's almost half of an oval right now, so we can just start bringing it down and then to the bottom and then back in. So underneath, we're going to go down to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right, 2 flat. Down to the right, 2 single. Down to right, 2 vertical. Down to right, 3 vertical. And I think that's about halfway. So let's go back to the start where we have this like 4 or 5 vertical right here. Let's go to the bottom of it now and start bridging that under. So going underneath this, we're going to go down to the right, 2 vertical. Down to right, 2 flat. Down to right, 1 single. Down to right, 2 flat again. Down to right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And then down to right, 12 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. From there, we're going to go up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 3 flat. And then up and to the right, 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfectamundo. So the eye does look a little bit funny, but it also looks kind of good. So what we're going to do is go to the bottom block in the 5 vertical right here and add 7 to the right, and just until it touches the wall at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 7th block was already there, so you don't have to worry about it. Anyways, we need to get the inner part of the eye, and we can also do some thickening on the eye right here later, but we don't have to do that yet. Instead, we're gonna do the middle of the eye part. So going back to the start where we did the splitting right here, we're gonna go from the bottom and count up 3 blocks. And to the right of that 3rd block, we're gonna put 1 coal. We're then gonna go down and to the right, 3 flat. Down to right, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to right, 9 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we need to start curving it back up. So we're going to put our placement block on the top or right side. And go up and to the right, 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 8th block was already there. And this looks kind of like a pill or something like that. But we're going to do the eyelashes now, which kind of stick out at a weird angle from this. So starting from the beginning part right here where we have the 1 single, we're going to go to the left side and put 1 single on the opposite side. We're then going to go up and to the left, 3 singles from there. 1, 2, 3. And you can take light gray wool, and above and below the final block in that 3 single, we're going to put 2 light gray. So 2 below, 2 above. And that's going to be when we're doing shading, when we're coloring the face later. That's one of the spots we can mark for to make sure that it's a easier transition process. Anyways, going back to the middle of the eye where we have the 5 flat right here, we're going to go to the center block and put 1 kohl on top. We're then going to go up and to the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Moving over to the 9 flat. We're going to go and count 5 blocks over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then put 3 blocks on top. Moving over to the 8 flat now. We're going to count the second block and the second to last block. And on the second block, we're going to put 1 kohl on top. And then go up and to the right 2 vertical. And then the final block, we're going to put 1 on top. And then go up and to the right 1 single. And that's a good spot to have the eyelashes at right now. And we can actually move on to the right side of the eyelashes if we wanted to. And there are some details that I probably left out from mine because mine is a little bit different, but it's not too bad. Like, you don't have to have yours perfectly look like mine. I always go back and change things to see how it looks, and I'll never probably have it perfect in the tutorial, but it's close enough to the product that I wanted to present to you guys. Anyways, going to the right side, this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in length as well. And all we're going to do is go up and to the left from it, 4 flat. And this 4 flat's kind of like the exact thing we have on the other side, where we're going to go to the final block in it and add 4 on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now from the bottom block, we can go down to left 2 vertical. Down to left 2 flat. Down to left 1 single. Down to left 2 flat again. Down to left 3 flat. And then for the longest part of the lower part of the eye, we're going to go down to left 12 flat blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now let's start rounding it up. So we're going to go up now. 1 single. Up 3 flat. Up 7 flat. 1, 2, whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from the first block in that 7 flat, we're going to add 4 to the top of it. We're then going to go up and to left 3 vertical. And this is the kind of the spot where it kind of rounds out and starts going to the right. And it looks kind of ugly because we didn't do the top part yet, but let's do that right now. Let's go back to the start and start rounding this off from the top. So going to the top block right here. We're going to go up and to left 2 vertical. Up and to left 1 single. Up and to left 2 flat. Up and to left 3 flat. And now for the longest part of the top, we're going to up and to left 11 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we need to start going down and rounding out to that point right there. So we're going to go down and to left 3 flat. Down to left 2 flat. Down to left 2 single. And just to close out the shape, we're going to go down to left 2 vertical. Perfect, or at least close to perfect. Now we just need to do the inner part of the eye and then the eyelashes. So we're going to do the same thing we did on the opposite side for the eyelashes. We're going to go to this 5 vertical right here and count 3 blocks up from the bottom. And once you find that special block, we're going to put 1 to the left and 1 to the right. Now from the left block, we're going to go down and to the left 3 flat. Down to left 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from the 5 flat, we're going to go to the middle block, put 1 on top. Then go up and to the right 3 vertical. Next from the 5 flat, we're going to go down and to left 9 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up and to the left now, 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 8th block's already there from when we did the frame. So now we just need to focus strictly on eyelashes, which is good. So for the eyelashes, we're going to do the same thing again, where we went to the 5th block in this 9 flat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to put 3 on top. 1, 2, 3. Then going over to the 8 flat we have right here, we're going to go to the 2nd block and the 2nd to last block and put 1 coal on top of each. From this coal on the left, we're going to go up and to left 1 single. And from this coal on the right side, we're going to go up and to left 2 vertical. And then we're pretty much done with the eyelashes there. But we are missing the eyelash that comes out the right side over there, that kind of hangs outside of the eye, just like we have over there. So what we're going to do is from this single that's hanging by itself, we're going to go up and to the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. From that last single, we're going to put 2 on top, 2 below. And that's kind of where we can mark for when we're doing the shading later as well. And the shading shouldn't take too long. It like goes from there to here and a little bit above that cheek pocket. But now we need to move on to the eyebrows. And then we'll do the pearls in her hair. And then the pearl at the top of her head as well. So for the eyebrows, I think we can actually use the shading part to reach the eyebrows. So let's do that. Let's go to the left side. And we have the 2 light gray on top. We're going to go up and to the right. 3 vertical light grays. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right. 2 verticals. 2 times in a row. 1, 2. And when we're switching back colors, I will tell you. But for now, it's going to be light gray because we're just using the shading path to reach the eyebrow. Alright, next we're going up and to the right. 1 single. Up and to the right. 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switching over to the coal now. We'll put 1 coal on top. And we'll put 3 to the left. And 4 to the right. Perfect. From this 8 flat now, we'll go to the 1st block and put 1 on top. And this is the eyebrow we're starting. We switched over into the coals, as you can see. And now we just need to make the eyebrow shape. So from that single we placed, we're going to go up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 3 flat. Up and to the right 4 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Placement block. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go up and to the right. I believe 15 flat. So that's a big fat number. You can count that into 3 groups of 5, 5 groups of 3, 1 group of 15, whatever you want. Math is power, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I hope that was 15. Maybe I double placed the block, but we will find out in a second. Anyways, going underneath it with the placement block now, we're going to go down and to the right, 3 flat. And from the 3rd block into 3 flat, we're going to put 5 below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 7 to the left of the bottom block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we have this big gap between the 2 right here. In order to bridge the gap, we're going to go up and to the left 15 flat. And that should make the gap close. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And finally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So everything met up where we're supposed to. That's pretty awesome. Now, let's go over to the right side. And actually, before we go, you can do a little bit of coloring with the 3 flat right here at the top of the eyebrow. If you make the little 5 block cross by going down to left 3 vertical from this corner, like this. And the middle block gets 1 to the left and 1 to the right. That's going to be on the opposite eyebrow too, so just make sure if I forget to mention it, you do it, but I probably will remember. Anyways, let's go to the other eyebrow now. Or the other gray area that we have to bring up into the eyebrow. That should make more sense. So what we're going to do first is we're going to up and to the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And this is back in light grays, guys. Just remember, I will tell you when to switch over into the coal, or you can physically see it on the screen. Anyways, we're going to up and to left 2 vertical, 2 times in a row now. 1, 2. 1, 2. Up and to left 1 single. Up and to the left 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now on top of that 6 vertical, we're going to switch over to our coal and put 1 on top. And from that 1 on top, we're going to put 3 to the right and 4 to the left. Going all the way to the right side now, we're going to put 1 on top. And on the left side, we're going to go up and to the left 15 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're then going to go down and to left 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And from the 8 flat, we're going to go all the way to the left side and put 5 on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think this is the exact same shape as the other eyebrow. Don't hold my word to it, because sometimes there's like 1 block difference, and I don't want people to be like, this is not the same block. But, you know, it's close enough. Anyways, from the 6, we're going to go to the top block right here and add 2 to the right. We're then going to go up and to the right, 15 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then to slope back down now, we're going to go underneath it with our placement block and go down and to the right 4 flat, 2 times in a row. Down and to the right 3 flat. And then down and to the right 1 single. Now that's the second eyebrow done. And we can go over to the 3 flat all the way on this side. And go down into the right 3 vertical from it, kind of like we did on the left eye. And then make the star shape with the left and right side of the middle block. Perfect. So it looks like we're done, but we're not. We have some shading stuff to do, and we also need to put those jewels in the top of our head, which the jewels actually are more tedious than I remember, or at least I'd like to hope. But it's okay. It's okay. We got this, guys. Anyways, what I want you to do is we're going to rise up to this center block. You see this center line that goes all the way up through the face, and you see how it's flattened out with this. I don't know how long this is. I think this is 8. I think it's flattened out kind of with this 8. It's level with it, equal. All right. We're going to count this first one that's equal in the middle as 2, or at least that is 1. And we're going to add 13 on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's count it again just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And now that you have that, we can do the pearls. So on each of these 2 flats, we're going to put another set of 2 flat on top. And then 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Perfect, 6 flat. Now going to the left side, we're going to go up and to the left 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Up and to the left 4 vertical. Up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 1 single. And then up and to the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we need to curve this back down. And we're going to do the same thing we did to the left side to the right side to curve it back down. So just going to go down to the right 1 single. Down to the right 2 vertical. Down to the right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2. And that created one of the pearls. We have 4 more. There's 2 on each side. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. And they're mirrors of each other. So if you whatever you do to one side, you can do to the other. But I'm going to have to go over the whole thing like usual. So it's fine. On the left side where we have the 4 vertical, we're going to start from the bottom and count up 3 blocks. And put 5 to the left of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll then go down into left 6 vertical. Down to right 2 flat, 2 times in a row. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 vertical. and that's 1 pearl. On the right side, we're going to go to that same 4 and count up 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to add 5 coals to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to go down and to the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to left 2 flat, 2 times in a row. Up and to left 1 single. Up and to left 2 vertical. And now we have 3 pearls, and we are missing 1 on each side. Now, it's only be 3 blocks to make the connection for the last pearl, so it's pretty easy. All we're going to do is from this 6 vertical on the outside, we're going to count up 3 blocks again from the bottom. And put 3 to the left. We're then going to go down to left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the final block in the 4 flat, we're going to put 1 on top. So that's pearl number 1. Now for pearl number 2, we're going to do the same thing, except mirror it on the opposite side. So go over to the 6 vertical we have over here and count up 3 blocks. And we're going to put 3 holes to the right of it. From there, we're going to down and to right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to left 4 flat. And from the first block in that 4 flat, or the final one, because you start placing from right to left, we're going to add 1 to the top and close out the shape. Perfectamundo. So, now I think the only thing we have left is the arch in the center at the top and the pearls there. And like I said, it's very tedious. It's a long kind of process, but let's just get through it. So we'll go up to the top tiara thing. And in this same center area right here where we have these 2 rising, if you need to bring like a placebo or a fake version up like this, so you know where your 2 blocks are, just locate them. And what we're going to do is add 8 to the top of each of these sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the opposite side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Now that you have that 8 pillar right there, we're going to put a layer of 2 flat dirt. Then I think we're going to be using light gray for this. I might need to double check real quick, because I don't know if it's light gray or white that I use for the pearls in the forehead. Though it doesn't matter. I think I used white though, so we're going to go with white. I don't have white in my inventory, but it's in my backpack. There we go. So once you have it, you're going to put 1 layer of 2 flat dirt, then a layer of 2 flat whites, then another layer of white on top of that, then a layer of dirt, a layer of white again. This may seem confusing. Just take it at face value. Just do the stuff, and then it'll make sense later. Anyways, above those 2 flats, we're going to put another row, except we'll add an extra 1 to the left and an extra 1 to the right. We'll then have a final row of white above that, of only 2 though. Then above each of these 2, we're going to add 6 coal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start doing the little gems in the head, which are going to be made from white wool. So I suggest you grab the white wool and put the dirt next to it in inventory. This is going to take quite a bit of time, but it should be easy. And I need a sip of water. I've been talking a long time. I think because we're so close to the end, I'm going to just continue this one. It's not too hard of a build, and you guys should be able to finish it on time. So what we're going to do is, starting from the bottom one first, we're going to pick the bottom block. So in this bottom left corner. Oh, oops. And we're going to put 1 dirt to the left. And then 4 whites after that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to put a whole nother row of 4 underneath it. And that's 2 gems right there. We're then going to go to the bottom left corner in this piece right here. And add 2 to the left there. And under those new 2, we're going to put another set of 2. That's 3 gems now. Now from this new brick we just created, we're going to go to the bottom left. Each time, just go to the bottom left, guys. If we're on the left side, and if we go to the right side, just go to the bottom right each time. It helps a lot with having placement, all right? So anyways, we'll go to the bottom left right here and put 1 to the left. Then 2 whites after that. Then from each of those whites, we're going to put 1 underneath. Then, of course, you can guess it. Go to the bottom left again. And go down to left 2 flat with white wool. And from each of those 2 whites, we're going to put 1 underneath. Going to the bottom left a 3rd time or 4th time, however many times we have to do it, we'll do it. We're going to put 2 to the left. So it's not a diagonal, it's directly connected. And each of those 2 are going to get 1 underneath. The very simple pattern we keep following. From the bottom left again, this time we're going to put 1 underneath and 1 to the left of that. And from each of those, we're going to put 1 under again. And now to finish up the left side, we're just going to go to the bottom left corner and go down to left 1 single. And from that single, we're going to add 1 to the left. And then we can just turn this into a square again. So that's the left side of the gems on the lower half. You can copy this exactly over to the right side if you can mirror it. Otherwise, I'll go over it right now. And then we're going to have to do the top row. So from the bottom right row, and remember I said, if we're on the left side, go down onto the left. Bottom right, right side, we're going to bottom right each time. So on the bottom right row, we're going to put 1 dirt, then 2 white wools. Actually, I think it's 4 white wools. Yeah, it's 4. Yeah, it's 4. See, look it over there. Each of these are going to get 1 underneath them. Then we're going to go to the bottom right corner right here and put 2 white wools to the right there. No spaces. And each of those 2 white wools get 1 underneath as well. Bottom right corner again. Always bottom right corner. We're going to put 1 to the right. Then 2 flat. And then turn that into a square by putting 2 underneath each of those. And now we only have 5 more, I think, on this side before we can start the other stuff. So it's really simple. So going to the bottom right again, we're going to go down into the right, 2 flat. And each of those 2 will get 1 underneath each. And that's connected at the diagonal. It's not connected by dirt or anything like that. And we're just going to continue our pattern going down to the right from the bottom block. We're going to go to the bottom right block and put 2 to the right of it. And then put 1 underneath each of those new ones. So now we have this weird chunk looking thing, but it's fine. Now we're going to go to the bottom right again, except put in 2 underneath this bottom block. And each of those 2 we just placed are going to get 1 to the right. Create this kind of thing. Pause if you need to, or if that was a little too quick, I'll redo that last square. All we did was go into the bottom right corner of what we had, and we put 2 underneath it. And each of those blocks got 1 to the right. We're then going to finish this shape by going down and to the right from the right corner, 2 flat. And then putting 1 underneath each. Now we can go and start the top half, which is very simple. It's going to be a lot of this shape, the kind of shape we did in the eyebrows. So if I call it a star shape, I think I'm going to place the centers. And once I place the centers, you guys can make the star shape. So I'll just place the middle block. And wherever I leave a single like this, you're just going to put 1 underneath, right, top, and left. So it's easy for you guys to fill in by yourself. I'll just locate the middle blocks for you guys, okay? So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to the left side of this part that hangs off. And we're going to put 1 dirt to the left and 1 white. And that's the center right there. So you could turn that into a star. So do that real quick. Right, bottom, left, top. Then go into the left side that hangs off. We're going to just keep working from the left side because we don't have a bottom left piece anymore. So we'll just work with the left hanging off spot. We're going to go down and to the left, 1 dirt block. Then to the left, 1 white wool. And that's the center of this next cross. So go underneath, left side, top side, right side. Perfect. Then we're going to go down and to the left. And I think actually, like I said, we're going to this spot right here. But I think finding the center and then just feeling out the rest is kind of time consuming. So I'll just go down and to left from this, 3 flat. And on the middle blocks, we're going to put 1 underneath. and one on top. I think that went a lot faster than trying to find the center and then awkwardly saying, oh, everybody just place a circle around it. Anyways, from this left hanging off spot, this kind of looks like a control pad too on your Xbox. We're gonna go down and to left one single, like this. Down to left one white, and that's the center block right there. So you can put one to the right, top, left, and underneath. And we're more than halfway there now. All we're gonna do is go to the left side again, go down and to left one single, and from that single, we're gonna put two whites to the left. Each of those whites get one underneath. And that actually, I think, marks the halfway point, because I think it's 4 on each side of the square. So we already did 4. I think there's another 4 before we hit the ground or hit the base. So from the bottom left corner of this square, we're going to go down and to left one single. Down to left one single white wool now. So it's dirt and then white wool. Then from that white wool, we're going to put one on top, left, underneath, and right side. Easy. Now from the left side, we're going to go down to left one single again at the diagonal. Down to left one white. And from that one white, we're going to put one to the right, top, left, and underneath. So now we only have 2 more spots, and then we can go to the right side. And this just takes so much time, guys. I'm sorry if it's so time consuming for you guys, but hopefully you guys are enjoying your finished product once you've finished. So we're going to the left side again and go underneath, down to left, sorry. One single dirt block. We're then going to go underneath this dirt block and put 3 white wools going straight down. And from those 3 white wools, we're going to locate the middle block and put one to the left and one to the right of it. Now for the final block, the final cross, we're going to go to the left side again and go down and to left one single dirt block. Then underneath that, we're going to put 3 whites again. And then we're going to put one to the right of the center block and one to the left of the center block. And that's the left side complete. So now you can fly to the right side, and we're going to do the exact same thing we did over here to the other side. So starting from the right side hanging right here, we're going to put 3 to the right of it. And the middle block in that 3 is going to have one on top and one below. We're then going to go down and to the right from this right piece. One single white wool. And from that white wool, we're going to add 2 to the right. And now from that middle block, we're going to add 1 to the top and 1 below again. Very easy to do. All right, so we have 2 more, then we have the halfway point, and then we have 4 more. So let's just get through this, guys. Going to the right side again, always the right side. We're going to go down and to the right, 3 flat white wools. And from the middle block, we're going to put 1 on top and 1 below. Going to the right side of the cross again, we're going to go down to the right one single. Then we're going to put 1 white wool underneath it. And from that white wool, we're going to put 2 to the right. And we'll add 1 to the top of the center block and 1 below. And now we are at our halfway point, guys. So it's very easy to do. We're going to go down to the right from our right spot. Then we're going to put 2 white wools to the right. And from each of those white wools, we're going to put 1 underneath. And that's our halfway spot. So all we need to do is 4 more crosses, and then we'll make sure the shading's correct, and I will go over the colors with you guys. So let's just go on. Let's go down to the right. 1 dirt block. Down to the right, 1 white wool. And that's the center right there. So just add 1 to the left, underneath, right, and top side right there. We're then going to go to our right side and go down to right 1 single. I'm going to start calling it the right arm of the cross. So from the right arm of the cross, we're going down to right 1 single. And then down to the right 1 single white wool. And that's the center, so we're going to put 1 to the left of it, top, right, and underneath. Then hanging to the right arm of the cross, we're going to go down to right 1 single. And underneath that that single dirt block, we're going to put 3 white wools going straight down. And then from the left and right of the middle block, we're going to complete the cross and have those arms just hanging out. Now for our final cross, we're going to go to the right arm of our last one and go down to right one single again. And then we're going to add 3 going straight down from it. And then we'll locate the middle block and add 1 to the left and 1 to the right. And that's it for most of Ballora. If you guys want to stop there, you can, but I'm going to go over the shading spots, which aren't too hard to do. They're like really quick. So I'll just finish those. And before you color the hair, make sure you surround everything, all of this white, with black wool. And then make the rest of the hair blue. But let's go down to the left side, where we have this 3 vertical light gray wool hanging off the side of the face. All we got to do is go down into the right 3 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we go down, and you see how this connects to what we had before. It kind of connects by going through the eyebrow. We just follow it all the way down to underneath the eyelash. And we'll go down to the left 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. And that's how you do the top half of the shading. Now there is a bottom half that continues right below the eye right here. All we're going to do is find the 5 flat right here. And go down into the right from the right side of it. 2 vertical. Down into right 9 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down to left 2 single. Down to left 2 vertical. And then down to left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the left side complete, guys. I told you the shading isn't that hard to do, but I had to put it off until the end. We're done with the left side shading. Let's just finish the right side, and then we will go and jump into the finished build, and I will show you guys how it looks. So going to that 3 vertical on the right side now. We're going to go down to left from it, 3 vertical, 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then it ends up connecting through the eyebrow with the rest of what we had. So we will drop down to below the eyelash, kind of like we did to the left side. And it's a little bit different because the cheek is different. But all we're going to do is go down to the right from here, 3 singles. Then finding the same spot like we did on the left side, where we have this 5 flat right here, going all the way to the left side of it and go down to the left 2 vertical. Down to the left 9 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're then going to go down into the right 2 singles and just close in on the cheek. Down to right 2 vertical. And then to finish the shape, we're going down to right 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is it. If you made it this far, you are done with your Ballora from FNAF sister location Pixel Art. All you need to do is go over the color palette with me. And if you're not sticking around for that, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. And be sure to tweet me finished builds so I can check them out. But we're going to jump into the finished build and talk about colors. Alright, so we're back here, and we have a nice color tray and enough space for a swiftness potion, hopefully. So what we're going to do is go over the colors first, which is light gray wool, white wool, blue wool, black wool, gray wool, orange hardened clay, which I think could be replaced with orange wool. I don't know why I have orange hardened clay, but I think it's supposed to be orange wool, guys. Purple hardened clay, and then magenta hardened clay. So, yeah, it's orange wool. Let me just swap it before somebody starts yelling at me in the comments. So the entire face, pretty much, guys, is going to be white wool, other than the nose right here, which we've already bordered out, and then the left side of the shading and the right side of the shading. Then the mouth, we're going to be using, I think it's the magenta hardened clay. I kind of swapped back and forth between magenta and the purple. The magenta was on the lips and the ears, and the purple was on the cheek. Then we have that line right there with the dark gray wool. And the rest of the mouth is going to be black wool. So you can kind of tell the difference from close, but from far it looks the same. And the reason I like having the kohl for the outline and the black wool for coloring is, let's say you wanted to swap colors out, the black wool wouldn't be next to black wool outline, and you would know where borders end. Anyways, going up to the eyes now, that's going to be all blue on both of them as well. And the eyebrows are going to be blue as well other than that white wool cross we have in both of them. And that's pretty much everything on the face other than the ears. For the ears, the inner part is going to be magenta hardened clay. Then we come out one zone and do white wool. And then we drop down to the earring right here and do orange wool. Then we have the connector of the animatronic piece right here, which I'm going to do dark gray. Usually I always make the connector pieces or inside animatronics pieces or metal, whatever, gray, kind of like we have in the mouth. And the same thing's on the right side. We have gray for the connector right here. Then we have magenta, white, and orange. Then going up to the top of the hair, we have blue hair. Then all these little crystals or pearls in her hair are white. And as you can see, I surrounded all the pearls with black or coal. And then the rest was all blue, just to give it like a distinguishing or like separate it from the wool. Anyways, if you made it this far, I congratulate you on your patience. And also be sure to tweet me finished builds at PhoenixDeath1. The Twitter link should be in the description below, and I'd like to see your finished builds or any like transitions or changes you guys made, that you've made to the build. Anyways, I will be making more tutorials and time lapses soon. I'm probably releasing a Soul Eater one that should have been done weeks ago, and then I'll probably jump on to more FNAF, or I will jump on to either Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, or something nice like that. But hopefully you guys are enjoying these series. If you are, be sure to hit that like button. This is Phoenix, and as always, I will see you guys later. Bye.